After 2.5 months of camp hosting, we're heading to Canada. Our first stop is at Bowl and Pitcher in Spokane, Washington. We have a few things to take care of here, and then we're heading north. We're glad you're here.
We leave Lake Wenatchee State Park, heading east to Spokane, Washington, and then north towards the Canadian border. The crowds from the Memorial Weekend are gone now, and we return here in 2 months to camp host. We'll take you for a short walk. We're crossing the Spokane River. Going up.
The last time we were camp hosting, we walk around in our little vests, and there was I don't know why people think that there's a dog poop bag ferry that picks up the dog poop, but they were swinging the bag like they were getting ready to throw it, and so I just said hello, and they saw our little vests and they reeled it in real quick.
They decided to carry the poop home with them.
Yeah. They looked pretty guilty. Today, I didn't feel like going for a walk. I just wanted to sit and doodah around. But when I make myself get up and move, I always feel much better. And when it's done, I'm glad I did it. We're driving the Selkirk Way, and there's this rest area has some beautiful places for picnics. We're at Sweet Creek Falls on the North Penderel Scenic Byway, which comes out of Idaho, but we came out of Spokane and met up with it. So at the rest area, you have this footbridge that takes us across the river. Or Sweet Creek, I guess it's not a river. It's a warm day. Today it's going to be 90 degrees, but in the trees it feels so nice and cool.
The waterfall was just a short walk from the picnic area. It became much cooler as we walked in the shade and felt the breeze off the waterfall. We had never spent any time in the Selkirk Mountains north of Spokane on the way to the border of Canada, and it was pretty incredible and very remote. It felt so cool and refreshing. It was a little eerie walking by the cave, and then there's some wild strawberry blossoms.
You never know what you're going to find when you're along the highways.
I know. Look what you just picked up.
At the rest stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank goodness for TripAdvisor.
Metalline Falls is 13 miles from the Canadian border.
This is our cute little campground. Nobody's here this week. We're
here.
We're here. We're on our way to Crawford State Park, and we're driving up Boundary Road, which is just a couple miles from the Canadian border. It's really pretty here, but it's almost eerie because you're so far out, and I keep looking for a bear or a moose.
I just bought this phone, and it's already having problems with the camera, but we can see that we need to watch for bears. The pictures are going to be blurry because of the phone, but I'll get it figured out. This is our walk up to the cave. We got our bear spray. Our ranger tour guide showed us around after she unlocked the gate. Here's the bear gate. There are both grizzlies and black bears in the area. So, and they like caves to cool off in the heat. I appreciated the gate. We put our bear spray canister in this box that the ranger put hers into, so we didn't accidentally discharge it in the cave, which could happen if you accidentally fell and broke off the little plastic tab on the top of the spray canister. This is Gardner Cave, named after Ed Gardner from the 1800s, who was a bootlegger and would use the cave to keep his stuff hidden. Then she turned off the lights and showed us the phosphorescent glow on the rocks from the blue light. You can see how it absorbs the light. After the cave tour, we had to walk the Canada Trail, which is about a half-mile walk from the cave to the Canadian border.
Canada.
We're sneaking in the back way.
We're looking for grizzly bears.
Got my bear spray. More of Mike's back.
Two bears, two bears, two bears.
We kept calling out and clapping our hands, and there were other people on the trail too, so I was starting to feel uncomfortable, but we made it. Metalline Falls is just a small community with just a few businesses, but we found lunch. And it was time to head north to Canada across the border. We breezed through immigration after we gave up our 2 apples. This is the first time we've had to give up any food as we crossed the border, but anything with cores couldn't be allowed. It wasn't long, and then the Canadian Rockies started to show themselves. This is our 3rd summer to spend time in Canada. It's always a treat. First stop at a provincial park.
We made it to Jim Smith Lake Provincial Park in British Columbia. It's a chilly morning, and there's actually somebody out there on the lake swimming. That's crazy.
That's a hardy soul.
As we were driving into British Columbia, there were huge lakes you couldn't believe. But this one's a smaller one, but it's still bigger than what we have in Colorado.
This kind of reminds us of Lake Tomanis.
Camp Tomanis.
Camp Tomanis in New Hampshire, where in the morning I'd walk out on the docks and get the boats ready and gassed up for the day. Feels the same.
We spent a summer working at a youth camp. I was the nurse and Mike was the doer-aller guy, the maintenance man. So much for our morning walk. I forgot that we put brownies in the oven, so we better turn around and go get them out.
That's right. We don't want burnt brownies.
We have a habit of starting on a little walk and then just continuing on. But we have a drive today.
Yeah, there's always something around the next corner and we gotta go see it.
In our next video, we will be in Radium Hot Springs, British Columbia.
Wind going through the trees.